wishing you a day of vibrant health and deep, restorative calm. It is a joy to have you here. There is a profound beauty in the perfectly imperfect details of a farmhouse aesthetic. Today, we dive into the art of the compact veranda, where every salvaged find and potted herb works together to create a sense of permanence. Let's discover how to cultivate a porch that feels like a permanent vacation, grounded in history and grace. Let the creak of the swing chair lull you into stillness as golden hour bathes the porch in amber glow, highlighting chipped paint on the columns and moss creeping between floorboard cracks like nature's own embroidery. Pots of basil, mint, and trailing nasturtiums line the edge, their leaves brushing your knees as you pass, releasing green perfume into the warm air. Overhead, strings of Edison bulbs begin to twinkle awake, promising cozy nights spent swapping stories under starlit skies while crickets sing back up from the garden below. Let the warmth of sun-warmed stone rise through your soles as you settle into one of the ornate mint chairs, its curves cradling you like an old friend who knows exactly how long you need to stay. Around you, nature performs quietly. Clusters of pink phlox nod beside creamy hydrangeas, while window boxes overflow with violet pansies and scarlet begonias glowing against soft blue siding. The air hums softly with bees drifting between blossoms, and somewhere nearby, wind chimes tinkle lazily, a soundtrack composed entirely by grace notes. Step onto the pebbled path, where smooth stepping stones guide you past clusters of potted greens and bursts of magenta blossoms cascading over a diamond lattice arbor framing the scene like living art. The coral bench invites pause, its paint slightly faded but full of charm, positioned perfectly beneath flowering vines that spill overhead like liquid rose quartz. To one side, a tall palm sways lazily. To the other, white daisies nod cheerfully beside dark glazed urns holding trailing ivy or succulents glowing in golden light. Let the scent of damp soil and blooming phlox fill your lungs as you sink into either rocker. Their curves shaped for lingering, positioned perfectly beneath swaying baskets of fuchsia and cream blossoms that spill like watercolor dreams against peeling white siding. Around you, the garden performs quietly. Clusters of pink dianthus nod beside golden coreopsis, while ferns unfurl in shaded corners and tree trunks rise like pillars anchoring the scene in timeless grace. Let the warmth of sun-warmed gravel rise through your soles as you sink into the coral-toned bench, its curves cradling you like an old friend who knows exactly how long you need to stay beneath the floral archway dripping with ivory blooms. Around you, nature performs quietly. Glossy hosta leaves unfurl beside pots of white geraniums, while hanging baskets sway lazily in the breeze carrying the honeyed perfume of blooming vines. Step onto the pebbled path, where each footfall stirs a gentle crunch beneath your soles, leading you past clusters of potted greens and bursts of golden roses spilling over rustic fence lines like nature's own watercolor wash. The mint dining set invites pause, its paint slightly faded but full of charm, positioned perfectly beneath hanging ferns that frame the scene like emerald lace against weathered timber lattice. Let the warmth of sun-warmed stone rise through your soles as you sink into the coral-toned bench, its curves cradling you like an old friend who knows exactly how long you need to stay beneath the floral archway dripping with violet blooms. Around you, nature performs quietly. Glossy monstera leaves unfurl beside pots of white geraniums, while hanging baskets sway lazily in the breeze carrying the honeyed perfume of blooming vines. Step onto the cool stone-tiled floor, where each geometric slab tells a story of seasons passed underfoot, guiding you past clusters of potted orchids glowing in shades of rose and ivory against distressed mint furniture that feels both elegant and effortlessly lived in. Above, the vine-covered pergola frames the sky like nature's own cathedral ceiling, filtering sunlight into golden shards that dance across floral pillows and glazed ceramic pots brimming with trailing ivy or budding cyclamen. Sit at the mint green table. Its distressed wood surface catching dappled sunlight as it rests upon warm gravel scattered with smooth stepping stones that guide you past ferns unfurling like emerald scrolls toward a still koi pond shimmering with floating lilies. Above, a rustic pergola draped in cascading vines filters golden light onto plates still holding remnants of breakfast, ceramic teapot, honey jar, half-eaten scone, while hanging baskets spill purple petunias beside repurposed window frames turned vertical gardens. Sink into the cushioned bench, its fabric blooming with pink roses against cream, nestled beneath a pergola whose paint peels like old lace, revealing wood softened by sun, rain, and time. Above you, hanging baskets spill magenta petunias that sway gently in the breeze, while at your feet, golden sunflowers stand tall beside terracotta pots brimming with lobelia and trailing ivy. The brick path ahead meanders past more potted treasures toward a quiet street beyond, framed by a weathered picket fence and leafy canopy casting shifting shadows across warm stone. Let the warmth of sun-baked planks rise through your soles as you settle into the floral armored chair, its curves cradling you like an old friend who knows exactly how long you need to stay beneath the vine-draped pergola dripping with white clematis and purple lobelia. Around you, nature performs quietly. Glossy monstera leaves unfurl beside pots of white geraniums, while hanging baskets sway lazily in the breeze carrying the honeyed perfume of blooming vines. Sit at the blush pink table, its carved legs resting upon intricate mosaic tiles that shimmer like scattered jewels beneath dappled sunlight filtering through vines overhead. Around you, Phalaenopsis orchids spill from ceramic pots in waves of ivory and rose, their petals catching light like silk ribbons tied by nature's hand. Hanging baskets of trailing petunias sway gently beside wrought iron railings, while ahead, a flagstone path winds past potted palms and ferns toward a hidden nook where more seating waits under leafy arches. Settle into the mint green porch swing, its slats warmed by afternoon sun as it rests beneath an arbor woven with climbing vines and cascading pink azaleas that spill like living watercolor across weathered wood beams. Around you, terracotta and glazed pots brim with fiery coleus, trailing lobelia, and clusters of violet clematis nodding beside brick-edged borders that guide your gaze down a flagstone path disappearing into leafy embrace. Step onto the sun-warmed gravel trail, where each footfall stirs a gentle crunch beneath your soles, guiding you past clusters of potted greens and bursts of fuchsia blossoms cascading like liquid jewel tones across aged timber beams above. The floral bench invites pause, its paint slightly faded but full of charm, positioned perfectly beneath an archway woven from twisting vines that filter sunlight into golden shards on stone and leaf alike. To one side, large-leafed philodendrons unfurl beside glazed urns holding trailing ivy. To the other, hanging baskets sway lazily in the breeze carrying the honeyed perfume of blooming jasmine or starflower. Our journey through these emerald nooks and rustic corners concludes, but the inspiration remains. In the world of green home living, we find that the most restorative spaces are those that honor the textures of the past. Thank you for spending these quiet moments with us today. May your veranda be a source of joy for your spirit and a quiet haven for your heart. Stay well, stay inspired, and we'll see you in the next story.